Good evening, guys. As it says in your paper, I'm from PixieMe, a little organisation down in Poole in Dorset. What do we actually do? We're a way to explore, discover and experience independent businesses. We started down in Bournemouth. We've got 32 communities live and over 500 independent businesses plus also live in that area. We've come up to London now to further prove our initial model. I'll just give you a little demo. So we have professional photographers go out into the community and get to the heart of them. So actually I'll come back out there and just show you, like I said, we've got 32 at the moment. Bournemouth Poole in about a 10-mile radius at the moment. We spent the last 6 months pounding the streets with the team, talking, understanding the issues with independent businesses. We won't talk around corporations and what the internet are doing, but we're trying to put technology, we're trying to tell them it's the hero, it doesn't have to be the villain. So we're giving them those tools. One of our communities here, Lymington, down in the New Forest, we've got 31 businesses in there, but within it, I'll show you. So even if you're not from that area, you can go into it, discover it. It's all about connecting. So there's lots of schemes out there like the Bristol Pound and trying to concentrate and help their own communities. We're going to go nationwide. So at the moment, we're saying, look, it's a battle. You've got to, it's an open market, it's a competition, but you've got to come together, independent businesses, and that's our story, and that's what we're getting across. So one of the issues are opening times, and knowing where an independent business is actually open. So we do times, links to their website, we do stuff for Google on SEO from the website side, and again, we do photography for each one. Little independents like Upsy Daisy here, where we go for breakfast in the week, just off the beaten track, and you would never know that we're there. Our app gets you right straight in there, and there's only one at the moment. And Emily and Matt, who own this company, they put their heart and soul, and they're trying all sorts to try and get you to understand or know that they're there. It often costs them a lot of money with Google and whatever else and stuff that they try and do. So they don't understand where their customers are coming from, that whole online to offline sort of setup. And that's where we're trying to go. We're giving them those tools, and we're working hard to put them in their hands. Thank you.
Hi, so I understand the businesses you are targeting are more small?
Independent, five units or less, so no chains, no franchises, they can look after themselves.
I've done a lot of work with small businesses, and what you showed us is very complicated. I would try and simplify it so that when you're actually speaking to people, they understand it like a 5 or a 10-year-old would.
Yep.
Keep it as simple as possible. Okay. Because what I got was, I understand how the app works, but I don't understand exactly what it's going to do for me as a small business owner.
Okay.
So if you can portray that, you're going to get a lot more people on board.
Right, that's the story. So first stage, at the moment, there's no functionality. We're implementing other platforms as we grow. At the moment, it's a place to explore not only your own community, as we found on our own journey, we found independence that I've lived in Poole 12 years that I didn't even know about. So it's about exploring first, then discovering, and then obviously going on and experiencing them at its most basic level.
Have you explored what benefits there are to small businesses in the community for them to come on board with your app?
What benefits they have?
Yeah.
Absolutely. So we're putting, at the moment they have websites, they sit out there in the big wide world. And, unless they're on Google and putting a lot of time and money into that, they just sit there not doing a lot. So we're trying to pull them all into one umbrella and give them that platform onto a mobile platform where the world's going, and put them in everyone's pockets. And they haven't got that option at the moment, unless and it doesn't make sense for them to do it as individual businesses. So that we want to be that platform, that umbrella to encompass, bring them all in, strength in numbers.
Hey, Jessica. Yeah, I absolutely love it. I completely agree with you in terms of the accountability of places like TripAdvisor. I completely agree with that, and I see the value proposition for independent users. Yeah. I suppose you asked for feedback in terms of how to drive your sort of digital marketing, but I guess it kind of depends on how you yourself are looking to derive revenue from it.
Yes.
Because that was a big question for me. So in terms of us giving you feedback, I guess that would be a nice bit of information, if you wouldn't mind.
No, absolutely not. We're as transparent as our review system will be. Our immediate revenue stream, which isn't a revenue stream, it's all about growth, is £160 5 plus VAT for independent businesses. The price isn't an issue, it's the trust and getting into them, getting them understanding that we're not just another Google or another app trying to get money out of them. Future, go right along to the right-hand side of our roadmap. Pixie Pay, alternative payment system to Visa, MasterCard. No doubt you've all heard of Square, iZettle, PayPal and stuff. Square, some of the deepest pockets in the industry, still can't make it successful in America. Their value proposition is all about coming from the top down. We can do this. The back of it, Visa and MasterCard are still sitting there taking their interchange fee, not actually providing a new industry, a new market to compete with these Visa and MasterCard, which is ultimately the banks who control 80% of the interchange network. E-money, European Directive 2002, got passed. It's all about electronic money, adding competition to that environment. Problem being is scalability, double network effect, hard to achieve, as Square is experiencing, as an iZettle experience and stuff. Come back to PixieMe, that's where we're at now. We're doing the hard ground. We want to build up this double network. We're independent businesses on there, on PixieMe, and with the users as well, which we're starting to introduce. The whole point of PixieMe is to start bleeding in features, which will then be a full-blown launch of our payment system, which we're developing. We've partnered with a very brilliant company up in London who have already built this system, which we're doing a joint venture with. But that's what it is. It's a long roadmap, and we've got an offers platform, events platform, which will start getting changing customer behavior, get them used to using their mobile phone. On top of all that, if you're still following me, we've got our Commonwealth principle, what we stand for from Pixie, and we want to return 50%, 50, right, mark my words, hold me to it until infinity, returning that back into our loyalty program, which is all part of our payment system as well. And what that eventually will is a digital currency, and it will start growing, and it keeps money in local economies. Rather than chuffing off to Switzerland or up to the city here, we keep it in that, so you can't go and spend it in Amazon, you can't go and spend it in Tesco's, you've got to spend it in your, where you want to shop. And I think that's fair. Tesco's got their club card, their Air Miles, whatever. They're doing everything they can to retain and grow their customers. PixieMe, independent businesses, that's where we're at, and that's our long-term vision, and 100% committed to it.
Great, cool. So Pixie, two, you've run out of time, I'm afraid, because you
Waffled. No. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.